I just do every video with an orb of light behind me. Okay. As you can tell by the title of this video, I'm interested in trying to deepfake my own voice. So what's the reason I'm gonna do this? Have you ever heard of a nut graph? A nut graph is this journalistic convention where you have to explain why you're doing what you're doing. In the best possible world, it provides context. In reality, you just gotta do it because they make you do it, but who cares? Anyway, if you want a full, drawn-out, boring journalism nut graph version of why I'm doing a video where I deepfake my voice, I'll put it right there. Okay, now that that's out of the way, I'm just doing this to amuse myself, and I want to see how good it is. There are a bunch of different tools to deepfake your voice. There are free ones, there are open sourced ones. Most of them utilize some sort of AI. I'm going to be using one called Descript's Overdub.
Say hello to Descript.
Basically what Overdub does is you record your speech for a base time of 30 minutes or an extended time that can go even longer. I'm gonna do the whole shebang. Then it breaks down your speech into all sorts of different phonemes, figures out exactly the best way to generate all the different combinations that exist in language, and all of a sudden you have a fake voice.
Yesterday over Szechuan chicken, I spoke to Detective Greg Campbell.
With Overdub, you can use your own voice to synthesize new audio. Just do this.
Yesterday over biscuits, I spoke to Detective Greg Campbell.
Oh, they have voice training scripts that are available. All right, got it on my phone. I hereby verify that I, Phil Edwards, am currently speaking. 100 years ago, there were 1.5 billion people on Earth. Now, over 6 billion crowd our fragile planet. She hunts for the seal she needs to feed her cubs. I think I'm at the 20-minute mark, and I am kind of exhausted. They call this training, and it feels like I'm being trained, like we're training my voice, not the AI's voice. I brought water. Oh my gosh, that was insane, but it's over. I really wanted to max out the training on this. So now I'm going to go ahead and submit this to Descript, and they say that they'll have the results back to me in 2 to 24 hours. Oh my gosh, my voice is so tired. All right, I got my results back in about 2 hours, saying that I had a new Overdub voice. My name is Phil. I am an intellectual who almost never poops his pants. You can see down in the bottom of the screen, it has this thing that says generating Overdub. My name is Phil. I am an intellectual who almost never poops his pants. Okay, so let's compare. My name is Phil. I am an intellectual who almost never poops his pants. My name is Phil. I am an intellectual who almost never poops his pants. I wonder if it'll work a little better with shorter words. Because what I'm noticing when I hear it is it sounds a lot like me, but I have an ear for this kind of like digitally sound that occurs with clipping. So if you've ever seen a visual deepfake, you might notice that it's kind of fuzzy around the edges, or there are certain details that are just a little blurry. That's because the neural net hasn't had enough data to train it to get these really, really precise images. And I think that's what's happening here. Even though I went for 90 minutes, there are still fuzzy edges on my voice in certain cases. I'm wondering if shorter words will make that easier. Me Phil, me smart guy who know lots of words. That sounded better to me. So I have a couple little experiments I want to do, and I want you to play along. First, I'm going to put up 2 different sentences. One will be said by me, and one will be said by the deepfake me. And I'm going to try to rig it as much as possible. I'm going to pick the sentences where I think it sounds pretty good, and we'll see if you can tell. This is a deepfake, just like deep dish is a fake pizza. This is a deepfake, just like deep dish is a real pizza. All right, now let's do one more. Winston from World War II is the greatest Winston in history.
Winston from Ghostbusters is the greatest Winston in history.
Winston from Ghostbusters, that was the fake one. Although that is actually true. Winston Zeddemore, greatest Winston in all history. Yeah, pretty cool. I want to go on to an app called Inferkit, which I can't actually tell for sure if it uses GPT-3 or not, but it's pretty good. And so I want to write a short intro to my next explainer video with it, and I'm going to let myself narrate it. Let's let it generate the overdub.
History is a tapestry, and that tapestry is stained with food from food fights over the years. What does this say about the human instinct to eat, to fight, and to throw pies? This video explains it all. There's a famous Thanksgiving rivalry that starts in the 6th grade when a boy from the other school is making his entry into the hallowed halls of the all-boys school. He wants to eat pie.
Okay. There you go. There's your demo. That concludes my deepfake experiment. I think it's got a little work to do. I don't know if I didn't give it enough training data. I assume that is the problem. I only did those 90 minutes and I got pretty tired at the end of them. So I don't know if it's necessarily worth you doing, but I mean, it's definitely an interesting window into like what the future is going to be. This stuff is going to get better and better. We're going to be able to supply more and different types of data that it can work with. And I think over time, this is going to be a real thing. And maybe the videos won't be written by AI, but maybe they will be narrated that way. Maybe they'll be animated that way in the future. All right, thank you for watching this video. That is it for this deepfake experiment. Normally on this channel, I do history and personal videos like this little weird one here. And I really appreciate you liking and commenting on the video. What did you think of the deepfake quality? I know it's not quite there yet, but do you think it will get there? That's what I'm curious about. That's all I've got for you now. I will see you in the next one. And I think I'm gonna close lip syncing to myself.
Me, Phil. Thanks for watching this video. Me go take nap now and definitely not poop my pants.
Okay. Bye-bye.